Hey guys, here, and today we're going to be talking about how to dodge reprints in Weiss Schwarz. So, obviously, I can't predict the future, no one can. If they tell you something will never be reprinted 100% chance, they don't know what they're talking about. But there are some things that you can look at and some things that you can kind of, speculate on for yourself to decide if the Bushi Road would ever reprint it or not, right? Like, they're a company, they want to make money. So, they're going to reprint stuff that will make them money. That's just the end of the story. Now, we're going to start off with the easiest one, and something that I actually am very, very sure they're not going to reprint. Event promo cards. So, something like this from the Bushi Road World Championship Series 2015, right? This is an event card from 2015. Like, it would just make no sense for them to reprint something like this. And I do think that's why these went up a lot in value, is because other people are seeing the same thing. So, you got like the BWCs, the BCS cards, and then this one is like a Mexico Championship card. So there's a lot of different kinds of these. There's also like Springfest cards, AX cards, all that kind of stuff. So, it would just make no sense to reprint something like this, right? The event is long over. Like, I couldn't see them going back and reprinting like a Springfest 2018 card. Like, yeah, something like that. There's no world where I see them reprinting it. It just doesn't make sense to me. So that is why I'm holding on to a decent amount of those. And yeah, I just think they're pretty cool cards overall. And next up. So, a lot of people think that they can't reprint trial deck stuff. And that's actually not the case. So, if you keep up with the Japanese, they've reprinted the trial decks many times. So, it is something they can do. I don't know why they haven't done it in English yet, but I think a lot of people are going to get hit hard if they think it's impossible for Bushi Road to reprint trial decks. So, we'll have to see, but something like this, the reason I picked it up, so it is a trial deck SP, which is a good thing overall, but they also just reprinted Data Live, right? It would make no sense for them to reprint it again, at least anytime soon. So, that's why it's not just because it's a trial deck SP. I do like that because, like I said, Bushi Road has not reprinted the ones in English yet. They could, but they haven't. And this set just got a reprint. So something like this, if you're buying after a reprint, it seems like a really good time, in my opinion, to buy. So speaking of that, if you keep up with my videos, you'll know that Grisaya is my favorite #1 anime. And you've probably been thinking like, hey, if it's your favorite anime, how come you barely have any of these SPs? Well, I came into Weiss, like I got serious about it, probably halfway through last year, and I knew in August of 2021, Set 2 was coming out and they were reprinting Set 1. So, if you're buying these cards right after a reprint, which is when I started buying them in August, you're gonna get the best deal, because that's when they pump all the supply onto the market, right after a reprint. If you really want the cards for your collection, after a reprint is a really good time to buy. You're probably buying at the bottom, and why would they reprint it again? They just reprinted it. So I think it's a pretty good option to buy there. It just seems like a really good idea, at least for me. Obviously the stuff could go down, but that's when there's going to be the most supply. So keep that in mind. Now, this is kind of like for cards that I think are really good buys. They haven't reprinted them, and I just don't think they're going to reprint them. So, Kanade is a really popular character from a really popular anime. But the anime is long over. This anime finished airing like a decade ago. It's not relevant in the, mainstream media or whatever, mainstream anime anymore. Mainstream media. Yeah, but you know what I mean. It's not relevant anymore. So while this is a really popular character, it's not hype anymore. It's done airing. There's no reason for them to reprint it. Could they? Sure. Will they? I don't know. For me, I feel like they're not going to go back and reprint an anime that's long gone. So that's why I'm picking up cards like this. And obviously these, like from my recent video, that's why I went all out and spent huge on this Inori. Was because I highly doubt they're going to reprint a set from 10 years ago. You know, from an anime that's done airing. So that's where I'm putting the most of my focus on for collecting, is sets that I don't think they'll reprint. Because yeah, they want to make money, right? And it just doesn't make sense to reprint these super old animes. And here's another one. So these, you're probably wondering why I would slab cards like this. Why, like, I don't know. They're just cool cards, but Love Live Sunshine is over. You know, the anime's over. I highly doubt they're gonna reprint this. It's not a super popular set. And these are from the trial deck. So these are trial deck triple rares. So on the lower end, I'm picking up stuff like this. So it's got like the the Holy Trinity. The Holy Trinity of no reprints, right? Trial deck, finished anime, not that popular. I just don't think they're gonna reprint something like this. And yeah, so those are kind of my strategies. I don't know if it helped you out at all, or if it was just me rambling about nothing, but hope you got something out of it. See ya.